we have here is an ambient display. What an ambient display is a representation of information that updates and subtly changes through visuals, sound, motion, and light. Just a few examples. The key component, key understanding of when it comes to visual or ambient displays is that they exist in the periphery of the human mind's attention. So it's not demanding, it's not intrusive, it's not saying, hey, look at me. In contrast to, let's say, desktop computers where it demands your foreground of your attention and your focus to look at these numbers and maybe statistics or whatever you are trying to deduce. So what's currently controlling what you're seeing right now as the ambient display is weather. I've set up a weather station which is just outside of the computer science building, and it is sending in data via Bluetooth to max MSP. In max MSP, it scales it from 1 to 10 as an intensity rating, with 10 being the most intense. In turn, I can explain now what the visuals happening on the screen and how each sensor can contribute to the characteristics. So the rotations that you're seeing right now is down to the current wind speed that is happening outside. So if it was higher wind speed, then obviously these would rotate more. The colour is of the current temperature of what is stated just outside at the minute. It's like if it was as cold as it could be, it would be blue. If it was hot as it could be, it'd be red. And everything in between is just green, yellow and orange. These opaque circles here that are probably difficult to see because there's clear skies at the minute outside. If it was overcast or darker, these opaque circles will become more visible. And the size of these hexagons that you're seeing are down to the barometric air pressure that's currently being sent in. Moving on to the sound, what you're hearing at the minute is a synth which has been generated by max MSP. The timbre of that synth will never change. It's the scales that change depending on the average weather that's happening outside. So how this average weather is calculated is the data has been sent inside, and besides giving an intensity rating of 1 to 10, a bad versus good rating is also given. So bad being 1, good being 10. So at the minute it's pleasant outside. So that means that it's probably 7 or up in the moving average, and it will play in a pentatonic scale, which is all whole tones, and it sounds pleasing to the ear because of consonants. If on the flip side, if the weather was bad outside, it would play in a chromatic scale, which brings about a sense of dissonance, which is more unpleasant to the ear and brings a sense of eeriness about to it. Other than that, there's transient sounds and visuals, such as rain is wind. If it was windy outside, these would spin more and you'd hear a swooshing noise, kind of high frequency, high amplitude sound. If it was raining outside, these shapes would highlight separately and individually, randomly, accompanied with sound in a form of staccatic, short, high frequency sounds. Communication channels, the visual and audio, collaborate together in order to make what you're seeing right now an ambient display. Best location for these ambient displays would be in a general public area, such as one like this, where it doesn't require focus or it's drawing attention, but it's still giving information, the basic information, the just enough information of what the current weather state is.